OLED TVs have become quite popular over the last few years, so you might be overwhelmed by the amount of options if you find yourself searching for the best OLED TV 2024. By the very nature of their technology, all OLED TVs deliver impressive picture quality, especially for those coming from traditional LED TVs. You can't do better than an OLED if you're looking for a TV that delivers perfect blacks without any side effects like blooming. They look their best in dark rooms, but most modern OLEDs get bright enough to use in a room with some lights on. New technologies like QD OLED and micro lens array (MLA) are starting to set the high-end models apart, with more vibrant colors and brighter highlights. Check out our QLED versus OLED versus LED article to learn more about OLED technology. We've bought and tested more than 55 TVs that use an OLED panel, and below are our recommendations for the best OLED 4K TVs you can buy in the US. See our picks for the best TVs for Xbox Series X, and the best TVs for PS5. You can also vote on which ones you want us to buy and test. To learn more about the 2024 models, check out our 2024 TV lineup page. We have listed the best OLED TVs 2024, and their key features. You need to consider this to help you choose the best one for you. For more information on the product, as always, I've included a link in the description box down below, which are updated with the best prices on each product. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to stay tuned till the end so you don't miss anything. Now let's get started. Number 6. LG B4 Best Value. The LG B4 is a great all-around TV and a more affordable option for OLED fans. With 4 full-featured HDMI 2.1 ports, it's perfect for gaming and also carries many of the same cloud gaming apps found on Samsung TVs. Its design is somewhat basic compared to more premium TVs, and picture brightness is just average. But if you're looking for an affordable OLED TV for watching movies and playing games, the B4 offers a lot for the money. The LG B4 is the company's entry-level OLED TV series and follows in a long line of B-series models that provide a high-value option to fans of the best OLED TVs. At 1,699, 2,999, a 2,999 for the 65-inch model I reviewed, the B4 is a sensible TV option for those who don't want to spend big bucks on flagship models like the LG G4 and Samsung S95D, and also don't want to deal with the shortcomings of mid-range mini-LED TVs, poor off-axis picture quality, and limited gaming features, to name just 2. A huge gaming upgrade the LG B4 gets over last year's LG B3 is 4 sets of HDMI 2.1 ports compared to the B3's 2 HDMI 2.1 connections. Otherwise, it uses a similar OLED display panel that doesn't provide a picture brightness upgrade. That's not to say the B4 doesn't have an impressive picture. A new Alpha 8 AI processor with Dynamic Tone Mapping Pro and AI super upscaling features helps bring out the best in 4K and lower resolution movies and TV shows, and it also provides sound quality benefits such as 9.1.2 virtual surround processing. Sound quality isn't a B4 strong point, so if you're a movie fan or just like to crank the volume up loud, you'll benefit from pairing it with one of the best soundbars. It also has a basic design, with support feet instead of the premium aluminum pedestal stand found on the step-up LG C4, and HDMI inputs split between side and back panel sections. An arrangement that makes a flush wall mount installation more challenging. Number 5. Samsung S85D. The Samsung S85D OLED is Samsung's entry-level OLED for 2024. It sits below the Samsung S90D S90DD OLED. And unlike that TV, all sizes use a traditional OLED panel instead of a QD OLED panel. Like the other OLEDs in Samsung's 2024 TV lineup, it uses Samsung's new NQ4 AI Gen 2 processor, designed to improve performance over their previous OLEDs. It uses the 2024 version of Samsung's Tizen OS and has smart features like the ability to cast content from your phone onto the TV and voice control. It also has modern gaming features like HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, 4K 120Hz, and VRR support. The TV has 20W 2.0 channel speakers built in. We bought and tested the 65-inch model, and it's available in 4 different sizes: 55-inch, 65-inch, 77-inch, and 83-inch. The Samsung S85D is excellent for mixed usage. The TV looks remarkable in a dark room due to its nearly infinite contrast ratio, but it's also suitable for use in a bright room thanks to its good SDR brightness and incredible reflection handling. It's also a fantastic choice for watching with a group due to its wide viewing angle. Fast motion has no noticeable blur behind it due to the TV's nearly instantaneous response time, and its advanced gaming features mean that it pairs well with modern gaming consoles. Unfortunately, its only decent HDR brightness limits the impact of HDR movies and video games. The Samsung S85D is great for watching TV shows. The built-in Tizen OS is loaded with streaming apps, so it's easy to find your favorite shows. The TV does a very good job at upscaling low-resolution content, so DVDs or lower-resolution streams don't look overly soft. Unfortunately, it only has decent low-quality content smoothing, so low bitrate content still has some noticeable artifacts. Number 4. Sony Bravia 8 for movies. The Sony Bravia 8 OLED is Sony's OLED option in their 2024 Bravia lineup and is the successor to the Sony ADIL 80 OLED. It sits above the Sony Bravia 7 QLED and below the Sony Bravia 9 QLED. Unlike the Sony A95L OLED that's been carried over from last year, the Bravia 8 uses a traditional OLED panel instead of a QD OLED panel. The TV uses the popular Google TV interface that's packed with apps and has other smart features like voice control and the ability to cast content from your phone. It's also loaded with modern features like HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, up to 4K, 120 Hz, VRR support, and Dolby Vision HDR. The TV has a built-in 50W 2.1 channel speaker system, and you can also use the TV as a center channel with compatible Sony soundbars and receivers. We bought and tested the 65-inch model, and it's available in 3 sizes: 55-inch, 65-inch, and 77-inch. The Sony Bravia 8 is amazing for mixed usage. The TV is suitable for use in a bright room due to its very good SDR brightness and outstanding reflection handling. However, it also looks remarkable in a dark room thanks to its nearly infinite contrast ratio, with highlights that stand out in HDR content due to its good HDR brightness. It also has a wide viewing angle that makes it a fantastic choice for watching TV with a group. The TV's nearly instantaneous response time means fast motion has no noticeable blur behind it, and its advanced gaming features make it an outstanding option if you're looking for a TV to pair with modern consoles. The Sony Bravia 8 is excellent for watching TV shows. The built-in Google TV interface is loaded with streaming apps, making it easy to find your favorite shows. If you watch shows from low-quality and/or low-resolution streams or on DVD, this TV does an impressive job of upscaling and an excellent job at smoothing out low-quality content. Number 3. LG Evo G4 Premium. If you're searching for a high-end TV for your home theater and you're willing to pay a premium for the best possible color and black levels, you want an OLED. And if you want the best OLED on the market, it's hard to beat the LG Evo G4. It's about as bright as the excellent Samsung S95D, but its colors are more accurate out of the box, its design is a little sleeker, and its WebOS interface is easier to use. It's also the first G-series TV to come with a table stand, so you don't have to mount it like previous models. At $399.99 for the 65-inch model we tested, the G4 shares the same price as the S95D, and its advantages push it past Samsung's rival to earn our Editor's Choice Award for top-of-the-line OLED TVs. The G-series has always been meant for wall mounting, and the G4's simple design reflects that. Only a thin metallic band runs around all edges of the screen, making it effectively bezel-less when most other premium TVs maintain narrow bezels along their bottom edges. The panel is also very thin at just an inch deep and flat along the back to enable nearly flush wall mounting. The only departure from its perfectly rectangular design is a tiny bump on the bottom edge of the screen to hold the IR remote sensor, indicator LED, and far-field microphones. If you do want to mount the G4 very close to the wall, you'll probably want to figure out cable management first. All ports sit in a shallow, L-shaped recess on the left side of the back of the TV and aren't easily accessible with a very thin, fixed wall mount. 2 HDMI ports, 1 EARC, and a USB port face left, while 2 more HDMI ports, 2 more USB ports, an Ethernet port, an optical audio output, two 3.5mm ports for RS-232C home theater integration, and the included IR blaster, and an antenna cable connector face down. Number 2. Samsung S95D, mostly accurate. The Samsung S95D OLED is Samsung's flagship 4K TV for 2024. It replaces the Samsung S95C OLED and sits above the Samsung S90D, S90DD OLED. Like its predecessor, it uses Samsung's unique Slim 1 Connect box to house its inputs. It has the same features as last year's model but adds a new one called Auto AI mode, which uses AI technology to automatically adjust the picture settings based on the genre of game it detects. It's the first OLED to use a matte screen finish that promises a nearly glare-free viewing experience in a bright room. The TV has 70W 4.2.2 channel speakers built in, uses the 2024 version of the Tizen OS, and supports HDR10 Plus and Dolby Atmos. It's available in 3 sizes: 55-inch, 65-inch, and 77-inch. The Samsung S95D is a fantastic TV for any usage. It's an excellent TV for watching movies in a dark room due to its remarkable contrast and excellent HDR brightness. But it's also excellent for watching shows or sports in a bright room due to its amazing reflection handling and great SDR brightness. The TV's nearly instantaneous response time delivers clear motion, and its incredibly low input lag provides a responsive experience. So it's outstanding for playing video games in SDR and HDR, or for use as a PC monitor. It's also a great option if you watch shows or sports with friends due to its incredibly wide viewing angle. The Samsung S95D is excellent for watching TV shows. The TV has great SDR peak brightness and amazing reflection handling due to its matte coating, so it easily overcomes glare in a bright room. But the matte coating does make blacks look gray in a room with the lights on. Its incredibly wide viewing angle means you can freely move around your room while watching TV since the image doesn't degrade when viewed from the sides. Number 1. LG C4, our 2025 pick. For the 4th generation in a row, LG's 65-inch C-Series OLED is my favorite high-end TV. You can spend more for 8K resolution or pay for a larger screen, even this model. But you simply won't find a TV that looks this good and functions this well for the price. Perfect black levels, eye-watering brightness and color highlights, and some of the best gaming performance I've ever experienced on a TV cement this year's model as distinctly better, in my opinion, than Samsung's competitor, the S90D. In fact, the C4 model can finally keep up with Samsung in brighter rooms and also supports Dolby Vision, which makes this an all-around choice with no asterisks for the first time. Whether you're a first-time OLED buyer or someone who has been in on the tech from the first generation and is looking for an upgrade, if you are a film or TV enthusiast, this is very likely the model for you. A familiar pedestal mount and thin bezel surround what can otherwise be described as a pretty average-looking modern TV. It's thin at the top and around the upper edges, but a blocky plastic box sits in back of the C4 to house all its techie bits, which means the upper section sort of floats when you wall mount it. LG still includes its We Like Magic remote, which allows you to point at the screen and click on what you want to select, rather than having to use the arrow keys. This makes it particularly easy to log into apps. LG's tvOS supports all major streaming apps as well as Chromecast and Apple AirPlay when you're first setting up the TV. You actually don't even need the magic remote to change volume or turn it on or off. The TV can be spoken to, it has Alexa built in, but I never found it particularly useful. It also works with Apple Home, Hey Google, though that's a nice feature for those who prefer voice commands.